Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jadash and in this video we will talk about how to build the best boss team in Pro. And before we get into that, I would appreciate it if you consider subscribing to the channel. I have more Pro videos coming on the way, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss them. Every single sub supports the channel, so what are you waiting for? Join the channel now! Alright, so in my previous video, we talked about how to become rich fast in Pro. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend that you watch it before this one to get the hang of what we're going to say here. So without further ado, let's begin. When it comes to boss fights, there are two things you need to focus on: strategy and typing. In Pokemon generally, there are three team strategies that are used the most: Hyper Offense, Stall, and Balance. However, thanks to boss fights, two other strategies are now available in full teams: Baton Pass and Counter Scapegoat. Hyper Offense is a team that consists of offensive or wall breaker Pokemon that can kill almost any Pokemon in 1 or 2 hits. Unfortunately, that's not the most viable option in Pro, because boss Pokemon on hard difficulty have 400 EVs in all stats, which makes it almost impossible to kill all Pokemon in 1 or 2 hits. Stall teams consist of tank Pokemon, or physical or special walls, Pokemon that have a specifically high singular defensive stat, which makes them able to take multiple hits without dying. As good as it sounds, Stall is not the best option in Pro. Abilities such as Magic Guard or Magic Bounce completely shut down Stall. Baton Pass focuses on buffing yourself and then transferring all those buffs into a single Pokemon, making it a super Pokemon that can sweep the enemy's team. Baton Pass is a valid strategy and a very good one when facing bosses in Pro. The best Baton Passers in Pro currently are Ferret, Gliscor, and Mew, since they have access to buffing moves and Baton Pass. The best sweeper Pokemon are those with a big move pool and have access to different types, such as Lucario or Gallade. Counter Scapegoat is a team that has Pokemon utilizing the moves Counter and Mirror Coat, which do double the damage dealt when hit by a physical or special move respectively. There are lots of Pokemon that use these moves, such as Snorlax, Conkeldurr, and Escavalier for Counter, and Gothitelle, Milotic, and Mantine for Mirror Coat. Counter Scapegoat also utilizes the move Destiny Bond, which kills your opponent if you die in the same turn. Such Pokemon include Gengar, Frostlass, and Sharpedo. Now here comes the interesting part. All these teams and strategies sound really good on paper, but what is the best boss team? Recently, a peculiar boss team grew very popular for defeating bosses. That team utilized Mega Banit and 5 Sharpedos. Most boss Pokemon spam one move. Mega Banit could use Protect, and then with its ability Prankster, it could use Disable before taking any damage to render that move useless for 3 turns, just enough for it to knock out any Pokemon with its massive attack. If you face a tanky Pokemon, you can just use Toxic to aggravate the damage. But hey, what about Magic Bounce Pokemon? They can bounce Disable, and that's when the Sharpedos came in. All you had to do was switch into a Sharpedo and use Destiny Bond to get rid of it. Pretty easy, right? Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. With the species clause being inactive, you can no longer use 2 of the same Pokemon against bosses, meaning no more 5 Sharpedos. So what to do now? We combine all the strategies, of course, but not something like Kevin 11 from Ben 10. For starters, we use the behemoth that is Mega Banit. How to win boss fights? Deal damage and don't take any. As for the Destiny Bond trick, you won't be needing 5 Sharpedos for that. You can just use 1 and a Gengar or a Frostlass instead. Now if you notice, almost all bosses have that one Pokemon that you can set up against. That's how you use Baton Pass. You can use a 2 Pokemon combo to set up on your opponent with something similar to Baton Pass, by using Klefki and Volcarona. Klefki can set up a screen, Thunderwave the Pokemon, and set spikes. Then you can switch into your Volcarona and buff yourself with River Dance and proceed to sweep. So that's 2 more spots in your team. So theoretically speaking, now you have 4 to 5 Pokemon in your team. What to use the last spot for? You can either add a tank, a counter Pokemon, or a choice item sweeper that has attacks matching the weakness of the boss's Pokemon. So in essence, the best way to build for a boss is to have 1 to 2 interchangeable spots to fit the criteria for beating that specific boss. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, do consider subscribing, it really helps. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.